Welcome back to the What's Up Eddie channel, Divine Therapy Sessions. And of course, I'm the one and only Eddie. So glad to have you guys back. And these are my Divine Therapy Sessions. And today I wanted to talk about a few things. Just channeling some stuff that's been on my head or on my mind. The first thing is about content and the ideas behind stealing other people's content. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I remember when I first started making content on my social media, and I was also part of a group, a community before, where how do I say this? Where I thought people were taking my ideas, and maybe people were, maybe people weren't. But the point that I'm trying to make is this, and this lesson is big for anyone who's out there trying to make content, anyone who's trying to be an influencer in any kind of way, capacity. Just know, and this is how Spirit or my guides taught me. They told me, how dare you? How can anybody steal content from you? Shame on you. And I started laughing. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And, well, one, you can't take content that we all get the same content from the same place, right? From source. If you believe in that, it's the law of one, right? we are all interconnected. So whatever if we think, yes, okay, so like God allows certain people to have certain content is burned into us, right? Or you get that blessing of know-how or talent. Those things are gifted to us by the divine, right? By God. So we can't take content from each other. Do I believe that people do this to try to get ahead and because of money or because they want to put it out before the next person? I do believe that. But everyone is going to meet with resistance when they do that because it wasn't meant for them. Also know this, is that the way that the universe works, if you wait too long to put out your content, that energy needs to go somewhere because it's burned into you. Eventually it's going to have to go somewhere, so it will go to another person, and you may know that person because you guys are in the same energy. So why not listen to your intuition? Why not, when you get that nudge, listen to it? This is why I always say listen to your guides, because your guides are trying to direct you into prosperity on all platforms. But getting back to it, is the first lesson, the first lessons that I got to learn were amazing, because it was lessons where I was acting like a child, and I realized that what was taught to me is that there is no such thing as taking someone else's content. We're all borrowing from the same place, and we're all inspired by each other. There's times when I'm watching motivational videos and it sparks ideas, or I hear someone say the most amazing thing and then it transforms, and every thought that I had in my head about the topic, it starts to transmute, evolve into something better, right? So yes, I do believe there's an energy of lack or fear, or to be recognized, where people do this and take that content. But you don't need to do that. If you want to be an influencer and you have that in your heart, you have it. The best advice that I can give you when you're developing content, and this is just my secret sauce, is that everything that God has allotted to you will be given to you. But you will not be given to, if you can't come up with fresh ideas like on the regular, or if you feel like there's a lack or loss, ask for it. Ask for the know-how or for the creativity. That's the first thing that I can tell you to do. The second thing also is, if you're searching outside of yourself, that's already telling you something, right? It's when I say do the work, look at the shadow aspects of yourself and really dive into it. And did you really dive deep enough? A lot of the times we got to dive again at the same subjects because there's not resolution, there's not a solution that you found quite yet that's working for you, because it's always a constant progression forward. You will have these genius moments. They're not always going to come to us, right? I didn't always have this content. Yes, it was burned into me a long time ago, but you have to reach certain parts of your journey in order to open new doors, right? In a year, I'll probably have different doors open that I have now, because I'll be in a different place spiritually, because it's always an evolution game, right? So just knowing that is that, like, always look inside, right? It's beautiful to borrow from another person, yeah, but what is your intention behind it? And the big thing the big takeaway is that, like, there's no such thing as thievery of content. It all comes from the same source. If you think about, like, these high-speed people, like back in the day, what Socrates, Plato, there is people still, because these guys were so advanced, so ahead of their time, still piggybacking off these men's off their ideas. So what does that tell us, you guys? You're not taking. Do you give credit? Give credit where credit is due. Always do that, because it is our ancestors, our forefathers, that have made it possible for us today. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my gramps, if it wasn't for his gramps, if it wasn't for his gramps. You know what I'm saying? And we get too attached to the idea that this is mine, this is my content. No, it is not your content. This is for somebody else who needs it. When we one day pass along, right? Where does the content stay? The content stays on planet Earth, does it not? Where do you go? You go to you evolve, right, to the next phase. So you can never, you can't even take the content with you. This is a lesson that I learned. And also, you guys, know this. It is an absolute honor and blessing when someone tries to steal from you. Absolutely. That's how I approach it now. I'm like, wow, that's an honor that they can use what I put out there and they feel inspired by me. That's transmuting the energy. Sorry guys, my camera spirit's like, boy, you better not. So yeah, just that's a good way to transmit it, right? Like, and those are the anyone out there that's struggling with this. I struggled with it too, and don't get attached to it, because that's what we're here for, to influence, right? To get the ideas that God is we're channeling for God, right? We're the conduit. And this information isn't meant for us to hold on to tightly, right? It's for other people. That's all I'm ever going to say about this topic. But I just, it's an honor when I see it. I love people, man. Like, hey, you guys are rock stars. You guys, I love you guys, man. Like real, on that real note. Just get in touch with your guides, man, because your guides will give you the information that you need. Exactly. You guys, these ideas, they don't come from me. They come from me a little bit, right? They got my little zest, but they come from God. They come from my guides. They're continuously giving it to me. Do you think that I plan to say everything that I say in this content? No, I don't. I have some ideas, some points, but it's channeled. My guides are around me right now helping me. And if you get yourself to a point to do that, you guys can do that too. Anyways, that's enough about that topic. I also wanted to talk about like when we're manifesting for abundance. And I've went through this subject before, but I really feel like it's like a keynote that I need to go over again, because it's something that has been in my radar for the last 4 or 5 months, and I haven't really talked about it. And I think that it could do a lot of service to another person. So when we're in the process of manifestation, that's what we're all trying to do at the end of the day. Receive, right? We want, but a lot of the times we're not giving. So there's a duality in everything. There's always the give or take, the push or pull. So in order for us to receive, we have to be open to receive, one, and then also we have to give. And when we give, we initiate the whole process. See, you have to give before you get. It's you would think it wouldn't work that way. It's paradoxical, right? You would think that it would work opposite, but that's how universe works. That's how our universe works. It's worked for me anyways. So what do you mean by giving, Eddie? So if it's content that you guys are giving, this is it. I'm helping the next person, right? I'm enlightening. I'm shedding light on topics. I'm giving my 2 cents. I'm giving what's worked for me so you guys can level up, get to the next place, right? Or aid you along your spiritual journey. That's one way of doing it. If you're not an influencer, you do it at work, right? Or if you, what are you doing at work? Are you helping people? Or is it just to put a paycheck? Are you just doing it for a paycheck? So there's simple ways that we could do this. And a lot of the times we could find this in our house. There's a lot of people struggling in our world today who are food deficient. And to hear that that someone's homeless or don't have enough to eat in America is absolute travesty. It's sadness, because I see food being thrown away all the time. I've been to donation centers where they had to get rid of food. So there's no reason why there should be lack in any case when in regards to this. So like, if you have extra cans that have been sitting in your cabinets or your fridge, donate it, because there's someone else who needs it. Even if you think that like, oh, it's anchovies, they're gonna want it. Yes, they will. There's someone who will eat it. So that's a good way to do it. Donate. You have extra clothes, go ahead and donate that stuff. Also, you're clearing the energy, stuck energy. In order for you to receive, you need to get rid of the old. By getting rid of the old, meaning like, and 2 is just as simple as cleaning your room, taking the trash out. And if you have extra clothes that you never wear or you don't fit into anymore, give them away, because that is you leveling up. You've already passed the portion of your life where you can't fit into them anymore, right? Give it away to someone who can fit into those shoes. Let them wear those shoes for a while, right? That's a good way to start. Also, an easy way to do this, you guys, is when you are in a high vibrational mood, good mood, even if you have to fake it for a while, right? I started with this one because I didn't have anything to give to anybody. When I first started out my journey, I didn't have anything to give. What I had was the best gift, is my smile. I would smile at every person, even if they didn't want to say hi to me or smile back. But what I started is a habit, and this habit was giving. Because a smile will make another, it's contagious. Other people will do it, will reciprocate it. It's, after a while, it becomes a vibe. It's an energy, and people will vibe on the same tip. And it's the best thing that we can do. Or shake someone's hand, say hi, and then not just, hey, how are you doing? Good. Okay. How are you doing? Good. And then that's it. No, like, oh, okay, that's cool. How was your day? Like, what did you do today? When you ask a question beyond the I'm good, people get surprised, because it's just like a normal, like, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Instead of that repetitive thing that they've been doing all day, but like, oh, that's cool. Like, but like, is it real busy in here? Or how was your day? Like, are you doing okay besides the good? And when you ask that question, people are like, it throws people off, and it gets them out of that zombie mode that they've been in. And you're giving back. You're making someone else feel honored. You smile at someone, you give someone a hug or a handshake. That changes people's lives. You never know if they haven't been touched by another, if they had human contact. And we all know in this time period right now that we need that the most, you guys. Love. That's it. That's all there is. All the other stuff is made up. It's love. And however you do it, be it the most imaginative that you can be. Giving and being in gratitude, you guys. Absolutely. I can't stress this enough. Gratitude. Be thankful for everything that you got right now, because that is going to project you into, oh my gosh, into outer space. That will give you everything that you need, because you're honoring the process. You're honoring God. because he's the one that gave it to you. Even if that's a very small amount, even if that's super small, if you think that in your head, but it means everything, right? I wake up every day and I say, and I go to sleep and do the same thing, and I do it throughout the day as well. But if for sure in the morning and at night, when you're having your meditative practice, which you should have that, but if you don't, I have other videos that talk about this. I give thanks and gratitude for every single item that I have and every single thing that I have today. My sobriety, my sanity, my YouTube channel, my family, my vehicle. I give it gratitude and thanks for it all. And I do the same thing at night. Did it start out with me actually being grateful for it? No. Spirit took me through baby steps to learn all of this information, and it was tough. I'm like, I'm not grateful. And Spirit told me, I don't care. You're gonna say you're grateful, and otherwise you're not gonna get to the next spot. And I gotta be babied like that sometimes by Spirit, because and you'll realize when I say Spirit, when you guys actually have the epiphany and you wake up and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Because even if I tell you the words, some of you it is going to go over your head. You're not going to know what I'm talking about unless you're going through this process, and your guides talk to us in different ways. I also have another video about that. If you're in the process, there's different communication that they have with us, right? So yeah, just know that they're talking to us, and when you listen to them, and they've talked to me, and this is how I learn. And sometimes I have to be babied, you know? So when I say, I don't have all the answers either. I want to just put that out there. I'm grateful at the fact of where I'm at today, but it's been a hard journey. Spirituality has been difficult for me because I'm just learning. But I am so passionate and loving, and I want to get it out there because I want you guys to be in a place that's a lot better than where it's been, because I know what it feels like to suffer, and it doesn't feel good. And I know what it feels like not to have anything. I know what it feels like to be emotionally distraught and not feel like you're in a good place. You know, that's the biggest thing right there. But gratitude, being thankful, that's going to get you the furthest in life. Be grateful for everything that you have, because there's someone out there that doesn't have it. There's so many stories that I know that makes that fact true. Be grateful that you were born in the States, or you were born in a country that they don't have the choice. They are going to starve. There's someone in Africa who was born with HIV or AIDS, and they're going to die in a short period of time, or they're war-stricken. There's people in Afghanistan, I've seen it with my own two eyes, you guys, who aren't eating the same way, who are skinny, sucked in, who are living in the desert, war-torn countries. Be grateful that you already won the lottery by being here in America. I was born in Whittier, California. I'm already blessed. There's people who get to be homeless in the streets of Los Angeles. Is it harsh? Yes, it is. Is it inhumane? Yes, it is. But they're in a better place than some of the people in Africa, some of the people in Afghanistan, or places that I've been. Even in the States, there's really, really bad places. So gratitude for everything, you guys. I can't stress that enough. These things will help with your manifestation. This is what gets it off the ground, man. These are like that's like the when you're in a car and they have that little button that has the NOS and the super juice where you're gonna hit it really fast. That's it. This stuff is like the manure for your plant or grass. Like, it's gonna make it grow faster. It's gonna be a lot greener. It's gonna be a lot more powerful. It's gonna put the zest that you need into your manifestation. Yeah, you guys, I think that's all I have for right now. That's what was on my heart. This goes out to you guys. I love you guys. Send this to the next person. I love you. Make sure to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you in the next one, you guys. All right. Bye.